better than nothing. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to hook up a horse to this carriage and have it go. However, it's not going to be as you think. It's just going to be for appearance purposes only. So let's make a little scenario here. The concept here is the mount is going to spawn on a small floor. The small floor can be hooked to a path creator and it will move along the path and the mount will be on that. Trailing behind it will be the vehicle. Now, if you're going to do this on a road, here's the stipulations. You cannot use this road, the regular road. Why? Because this road is always going to be on top of the small floor. So it will have no effect. So you can't use that. So it has to either be on a terrain piece or a solid simple toy. So what do? Well, if you're going to make a town, usually the horse rides on the road, not on the sidewalk. So what would you do for the sidewalk? You would, or for the road, you would, let's see. You could have snowy roads. You could have toy box terrain roads, or you could, any kind of road you want, really. But I'm going to use the Spider-Man road, and you'll see why in a moment. All right, so go to Game Maker and go to Marvel Toys or Marvel Games. Get the vehicle summoner. Now, certain mounts will be under the friend spawner too, so keep that in mind. You don't always have to use vehicle summoners. But since we are spawning in a vehicle as well, I'm just using two. Also in Game Maker, go to Game Setup Toys. You're going to need two locators. One for each vehicle summoner. And connect each one accordingly. Alright, get yourself a trigger of some kind. Whatever you prefer. I'm using a power switch. And we're also going to need a path creator. Alright, find your start point. And go around. Oh, no. You don't travel around a sidewalk with a horse. All right. Get on your whatever side of the road your country goes on. So if I put this in 2, this is the left, that would be the right. And of course, my country, USA, we're going to right, but I'm feeling a little across the pond today. Just make sure you don't just do one straight line because usually your loop gets messed up. Also, if you're going to make a big toy box, just be careful if you're doing multiple paths. Because these path creators like to say, hey, there's a next door path. I'm going to connect to that, even when you don't tell it to. So, if you're making a big toy box, for me, path creators are the last things I put in because they... Okay, not all the time, but I should put them in last because they are... they don't act the way that they should. All right, so I'm going to stop it right there. And I want them to connect, so I'm going to go over to the green dot, go to properties, and say looped on, so that's going to connect the rest of it. Is it a perfect square? No, but I have a hard time getting perfect squares all the time, so whatever. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say new logic connection. Oops, I want the trigger, or yeah, power switch. New logic connection, when this is on, I want it to spawn both of these. And the first one, I want the carriage. So that's under a power disk. New logic connection on, and under the second one, it's going to be a mount. And for this purpose, I'm going to say silver, the Lone Ranger's horse. Okay, also, I'm going to need a small floor, but I want it to closely resemble the road. So I'm going to change this to blacktop. Is it perfect? No, it's not, but it's closest that I can think of. So I'm going to connect this to the toy box path. And right now I'm going to get it. Nope. I'm going to get a second one of these. Just for now. New logic connection on. I just want to control this. Reset and stop.
Wow!
Okay. I want it to move up 4 notches. Properties, toolbox path. Let's say forward back +4. Let's see if that works. Yes. All right. So this is going to spawn right here. Just make sure that's the mount. Yep. And this one's going to spawn. I'm just going to put that right above there. And let me hit this, and it should... Oh, before I do that. New logic connection off. I'm going to clear these. Otherwise, it's just going to keep generating vehicles and mounts until the game crashes. See what we're doing. All right. Going to where the carriage is, and I'm going to say new path connection. Right there. Like that. Also, go to properties, generated vehicle options, orient along path on. Yes. Same thing with this. I don't believe I've done this yet. Properties, Tovex path for the small floor, orient along path on. All right. What is causing that to stay? That's what we want. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Properties. Auto start off. Now if I go to... Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to get cleared out. New logic connection. Generated vehicle options. Entered. I'm going to say on. New logic connection. Generated options. Exited. Off. Spawn it in. Get in it. Well, poo. On just means it turned on. Let's say new logic connection on. Go to the path creator and say reset and play. Also, game maker. Get a, no, not buildings, game maker. Get yourself a time delayer. I want to go to properties. I want to say delay time 0.25. New logic connection delay completed. I'm going to go to the path creator and shut it off. So it's going to start, but as soon as it starts, it's going to shut off. New logic connection on. Start delay. So when this starts, it's going to generate these in there and tell it to reset and start, but trigger this and tell it to stop immediately. Then when I get into this generated from here, it's going to start it back up. Now, did I do the opposite? New logic connection, generated vehicle options, exited. I think I already did because I'm not getting any feedback there. All right, so we should be all good. Clear it out. Come in. Get in there. And it doesn't move this. Go back to properties. Auto start on. I thought that was going to help. There we go. If I get out, we stop, get back in, we go. You can get a camera. One here. So if we're going to set this up to a side scroller, we go over here, go around here, we're going to have a problem. So what we do, put another one there. Put another one here. Put another one here. All right, so now let's get to it. Properties on each. I am going to start transition. I'm going to say swing. I'm going to say player viewport, player 1. Glow through off. Camera to set. Zoom distance off. Zoom distance, I'm going to say 15, vertical offset 4. Got it? I'm going to do it to all 3 of them. Or all 4 of them. All right, so what we're going to do, new logic connection, generated vehicle options. All right, so I would say entering it would activate that camera. However, if we get out of it, we're going to have problems. We're going to have an issue if we're on the other side. So we don't want to do that because we're going around a loop. And if we're on the other side, get out, stop it, and get back in, we're going to activate this camera and we're not going to be able to see what's going on. So let's not do that. What we're going to do is, from this conception here, new logic connection, when this is on, since I'm using this for the start point, I'm going to turn this on because this is where we're at. Activate. Okay. And of course, if I was making a game, I would have this set up only for the vehicle. But right now, I'm just using it for the entire thing. Just to give you an option of what to do. New logic connection, point reached by object on path. Here. Oop. Cancel. How about right here is returning? Activate that. And as returning, how about right here? Activate this one. And as we get right here, activate. And as we get back right here, activate that one again. Just different things you can do. All right, so we are in side scroller mode. I should have put the, I should have used the corner like I did for the first one, but you get the gist of it. And of course, let your creativity run wild in however you would like to implement this. That's totally up to you. But this is food for thought, right? So that's how I make a horse and carriage work in Disney Infinity. Okay, I just updated the corners, so it's going to transition when I hit here instead of here. And of course, it stops when I get out, and it starts when I get in. I didn't need to do that. Well, I just broke it. It doesn't work that way. Well, we can always get the horse. Get back on there. You can always fix it if your horse gets out of whack. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All right, hold on. You want to see reindeer fly? All right, it has to be winter time because reindeer only fly in winter time and they have to eat magic corn. Echo base, sky changer, same concept. Path creator. And if you have a particular flight plan, knock yourself out. I don't recommend going up. Keep it on a level field because your reindeer will fall off. You don't want that. Properties, looped. Oops. Keep the rail slide off. I mean, you can turn it on if you want, but we have that kink in there. We don't want the kink. I like the trogs better. All right, so now simple toys. And this is where it gets lame. It's the best I can do because this is the closest I have to invisible. Hologram. Path connection. All right. We want that to orient along path. I'm going to set up my base of operations on the roof. All right, on. I got to find the green dot. Reset and play. If you want to ride in the sleigh, you're going to have to do it the same way as the horse, sort of. I want to say off. This is going to say reset and stop. Go to Marvel. And we're just going to have to move these later on. This needs to be ahead for spaces. Actually, not necessarily. But we're going to anyway. Either this does or the locator does. We're going to do it with this. All right, get that to go into place. And we need some locators. One for the reindeer. Now here's the thing, if you're going to use multiple reindeer, you need to make sure your path, actually, we might be okay. If they're going to go 2 by 2, you're going to need another one of these. So the horizontal is going to be 2. I'm not sure which direction we got that. All right. I need another one of these. I need it to stop. Properties, toolbox path, orient on, horizontal -2, forward, backward, +4. All right, make sure the diamonds are facing the right way, and they're facing the wrong way right now. And I'm going to need a third one for our vehicle. Going to spawn in right there, but we got to get a vehicle. Let's try Captain Hook's ship, and you can decide whether or not you want to use that. Or see, it kind of looks chintzy because it has the sail there, but that's up to you. But just for all intents and purposes, I'm going to use that. New path connection right here. Also, the locator is going to be there as well. And orient along path on. And we need something to spawn that in, and this will be great. On. Power discs. Captain Hook's ship. I'm going to bring this over here so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Elijah connection on. Mounts. Sven the Reindeer. Elijah connection on. Mounts. Sven the Reindeer. Elijah connection off. Make sure we clear them all. All right, we should be good with that. Let me move this back over to the rooftop. And see what we got. And that's how I make reindeer fly. All right. Time to layer. Properties. 0.25. Elijah connection delay completed. Off. The Elijah connection generated vehicle options entered. Turn that on. The Elijah connection on. Activate this. Start delay. Oh.
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 Want to get some pizza?
We need something. We need something for that to rust on. Else, we have an issue. Yeah. Well, if you can do it any better, kudos to you. In the meantime, I keep watching the sky